It can be tough letting go of being normal, but to realize how maladaptive it can be, and to realize being oneself is truly one of the greatest joys, then that journey becomes valuable to explore. I mean, for me, now recognizing, say, going through school, traditional public school, and just all the subjects, um, you know, it's just that's the way life is. But I recognize how learning all these systems and all these subjects and just these formulaic, these structures, I then learn to process through. And therefore, over time, that just became how I process through life. All these different formulas and ways of doing that, of course, affected my relationship to life in many ways. At the very least, it took time away from actually exploring who I really am, even when I was smaller in size. There's so being a child or a teenager, but having been in all these buildings and fluorescent light and studying these formulas and formulaic concepts, think about what they're created to create, right? Structures that produce what exactly, in order to do what? For certain people to make more money, for people to have control over others, so that the masses have something to do and remain docile or just numbed. And it's like how just witnessing the world and how it paves through nature and the amazingness to nature, now recognizing everything we need comes from nature, all the medicines, all the amazing experiences. Like, animals are actually so amazing, right? But yet, just witnessing humanity pave over, cut down the trees, destroy the waters, destroy entire communities and species, right? That's like the spread of this normal. And we're all infected by it, affected by it. It's what's normal. But gosh, can it be painful to be normal, and how normalized that suffering is, to suffer through the struggle of the whole game of society that schools prepare us for. Now, in my view, all the people involved, they're not necessarily conscious, and it's certainly not ill-intended. It's just what people are doing to survive. So over time, I know I learned to, well, how create my own space. And it's, well, I mean, like being a Virgo, I can easily spend time by myself in a way, and I've certainly been single a lot in my life. So all of that, those qualities of myself help myself to explore a different way. And now I'm really gaining a lot of meaning through it. So I invite you to recognize that, yeah, anytime you can choose to become more aware that you don't need to be normal. You can be yourself. And that is going to give you so much more fulfillment and energy and curiosity and challenges that will force you to grow, that'll surprise you in how much you can grow and learn your capabilities and develop different capacities within yourself. Because it's really, I invite you to recognize the value of emotional capacity as well as mental capacities and clarity. But for me, it's being willing to also develop spiritual intelligence and understanding and awareness, and understanding the power of the physical body and the intelligence that comes through our body, and just exploring your soul as well, your heart, your inner wisdom. So all these were not taught in schools, right? To come from formulaic calculations, having to survive or maintain or try to climb the ladder of the system that it all runs, causes people to lose touch with the beautiful luminous energy that is forming their experience of their life in seemingly physical form, but I mean, science can recognizes it's all space really. It's our just our consciousness that creates this experience of having a body. And so try out just changing the way it believes itself to be, right? Like letting go of the normal and choosing goodness, choosing good vibrations or beauty, right? Explore these ideas, invite these ideas in, right? The willingness to explore these beautiful ideas merely expands that in one's experience. So if you're exploring beauty, you will start to see things that are beautiful, and you'll start to see more and find more beauty in the things that you find beautiful, and that will continue to expand. I invite you to simply experiment with it for yourself, and there's no need to believe me. It's about discovering for yourself and believing in you. So be willing to keep exploring being you, and be willing to, right, explore, say, finding the beauty in you, right? Finding the goodness, finding the humor, finding the quirkiness, the weirdness, the strangeness in you, right? Finding the awesome in you. Because did schools teach any of us how to do that? To appreciate ourselves or appreciate other people? The most amazing quality about life, others, relationship with beautiful human beings. It's not a resource, but it is by far what I feel is the most valuable resource to support in a sense, in life. Because one amazing human being can create worlds upon worlds for all of us to enjoy. Just think about some of the amazing artists, inventors, and changers of life. And we all have that capacity to change our own lives. Right? So I simply invite you to allow yourself to be more of yourself. Lots of love to you.